All right, the 2026 Hoyt mid-price point bow, the Enduro. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel here at Extreme Outfitters. I am Zach, and Hoyt has released their brand new mid-price point bow. Most of you guys are familiar with the Hoyt Torrex. It was an absolute, I'd say probably one of the most popular mid-price point bows that we sold. Just a great package, a very good, smooth, enjoyable shooting platform. Well, Hoyt has introduced the Enduro. So this is taking the place of that Torrex series. So let's go over the specs of it real quick. So I don't have a lot of information on it. I have a quick little cheat sheet on it, but we just got the bows in, so we're kind of going to go through everything with you guys together. So we're going to get some measurements on it. I believe this is a 30-inch axle-to-axle bow, which it looks like it is. Looks like it's 30¼ inch as far as axle-to-axle length goes. Brace height, very forgiving. It is right at 7 inches. The thing I do notice about this bow is the weight. It does seem a little bit heavier. I put it on the scale and I got right at 4.9 pounds overall weight with the whisker biscuit on it as is. So it seems like a little bit heavier of a bow in my opinion. You've got draw length options from 24 to 30 inches. So it's gonna fit a wide variety of people. And then you've got draw weight options from 35 to 50 pounds, 45 to 60 pounds, and then we've got 55 to 70 pounds. So depending on where you are in draw weight, this bow, you can get in those 3 different draw weight options that you can fine tune and fit the individual. Hoyt has introduced all of their premium features into this bow, I would say. So you've got your picatinny mounted sight option that you can run. You can run your integrated rest. You've also got the ability to run their Go Sticks on this bow with the way it's set up. So you can run the Go Sticks 2.0s in it, and then you can also run the Hoyt SL sidebar mount in the riser. This bow is on their aluminum platform, and the one thing that I do like that they did, so there's no yoke tuning on this bow. It looks like we can shim the bow. So there's no E-clips on this. So these are 1/4 inch threaded axles, so we can easily unscrew these set screws, pull them out, bust the axles out, and shim the bow to tune the bow. So it's a nice feature, I think, from Hoyt on this platform. The limb pockets it does feel like a polymer material, but what we're gonna do is we are gonna take and we are gonna head over the range and we're gonna get a feel for the bow. Because like I said, I have not shot this bow yet. I've just thrown a integrated whisker biscuit on it, threw a D-loop on there, but we're gonna shoot it, get a feel for it, see what kinds of speeds it's putting out. I've got it set at 29 inches, the bow's pulling right at 70 pounds, and we're gonna shoot this 412 grain Easton 5.0 through it and kind of get an overall feel for the bow. But before we do that, this bow is available in a bare bow option or a package option. So the bare bow comes right at $749, and then the package comes in at a price point of $899. And with the package, you get the Maxxis 4-arrow quiver, you get a QAD Hunter drop away rest, and then you get a 5-pin Picatinny mounted sight, which is kind of cool, and then you get their short stop stabilizer. So let's head over to the range, let's shoot the bow, get a feel for it, and see how it actually performs. All right, guys, we're on the range. We're gonna get a feel for this. Like I said, we just got them in. I haven't had any chance to really play with it, so you're kind of getting my first impressions right alongside with me. It is a little bit heavier than the Torrex. I noticed that. I think the Torrex came in right at like it says I think 3.7 or 3.8 pounds. But again, this on the scale was almost a full pound heavier. But I think the bow, it feels good. I like the grip. It's got the Hoyt Vital Point grip on it. But let's see how the draw cycle feels with this HBX cam system on it. So it is a little bit stiffer. It's not terrible. It's consistent. And there's a little bit of vibration in this bow. You can feel, I think it'd be easy to eliminate it with a stabilizer, but post-shot, there's definitely some feedback. You can feel the vibration kind of just running through the bow. It's not bad, but it's definitely there. Again, draw cycle, it's a little bit stiff, but it's smooth. It doesn't roll over and dump off, which I like. The back wall is nice and solid. The valley is, I would say, fairly forgiving. It's not so forgiving that you relax. It's hard to let the bow down, and it's not so short that it wants to run away from you. You can definitely get back, relax a little bit, settle into your shot. Yeah, it's definitely got a little bit of a twang to it, but it feels really good. I like the grip a lot, very, very repeatable. I am a fan of the Hoyt grips. This Vital Point grip I think is very repeatable, just feels honestly excellent in the hand. Again, draw cycle's not bad. It is a little bit stiffer though. And with the bow it just feels fast. I know it's got a 7-inch brace height, so it should be a very forgiving bow, especially for new shooters. Somebody that doesn't really got their technique dialed in, that longer 7-inch brace height, it should be a fairly forgiving bow to shoot. But I'm curious to see what the speeds are. I don't have the IBO specs on this, so I'm not sure what it is. I know the Torrex from the last few years had an IBO of, I think, 327, but this bow feels the cam feels a little bit more aggressive, so it feels like it's gonna put up some pretty good speeds. So I'm gonna set the chronograph up and we're gonna see what kind of speeds we're getting out of it. All right guys, so we're gonna shoot this thing again, like I said, 70 pounds, 29 inches of draw length. It's a fixed let off of, I'm honestly not sure what the let off is. I would assume between 80 and 85%. And this is a 412 grain arrow. So let's see what speeds we're getting out of this. All right, 3-shot average, we had 287.2 feet per second, which I think is solid for this bow. It's, again, 70 pounds, 29 inches, 412 grains. That's honestly an ideal speed in my opinion. With the demand in, I think, mid-price point bows starting to increase just because the price of our flagships are, you know, $1,300 to $1,800, $2,000 for your carbon bows. We've seen more and more people gravitate or looking to get into that sub $1,000 price point. And I think this bow is gonna be a really good fit based off the specs and the feel of the bow alone. Again, the grip on it is fantastic. The draw cycle on it is, I think it's a little bit stiff at 70 pounds, but it's consistent and it's smooth all the way back, and it rolls into the back half of the draw cycle nicely. And it's got a very solid back wall with a forgiving valley. Again, post-shot feel, there is that little bit of twang to it, but not bad. I think obviously it's bare bow, it's an aluminum riser. There is that little bit of vibration. So any accessories you put on this is gonna completely kill that. And I think it's gonna have a fantastic post-shot feel. And again, putting up really good speeds. I think the Enduro from Hoyt is gonna be one of the top contenders when it comes to mid-price point bows, right? We've got the Bear Adapt 2 HPs, we've got the Ascends. This is gonna fall right into that category. $749 price point Bear bow, $899 price point with the complete package. It's really gonna be a killer option for a lot of people. And the ability for us to tune the bow with their shim system to really fine tune the actual tune of the bow for the individual shooting it is just a great addition. And then all of their premium features, you know, if you want to run Picatinny sight, you want to run an integrated rest, you want to run their Go Sticks, SL sidebar mounts, an integrated quiver, you can do all of that with this bow. I think Hoyt's done a really good job with this. Give us some feedback. Let us know what your thoughts are on this particular bow and the mid-price point option bows that are out there. This is available in a black, a wilderness, and a new color that has not been released yet. I believe that'll be available on the 12th of November. I think this is gonna be a really great option for a lot of people in that sub $1,000 price point. So give us some feedback, drop some comments, and if you're interested in shooting this bow, you can always swing by our shop here at Extreme Outfitters in Jacksonville, North Carolina, or head over to your local Hoyt dealer. Pick the bow up, shoot it for yourself, and see what your thoughts are on it. And as always, if you need anything, head over to the website, extremeoutfitters.com, for all of your archery and bow hunting needs. And appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.